All right. Looks like we are live. Let's double check. Okay, that works. So for today, we got a subject to deal in Texas, CIBOLO, Texas. Let's look at the details right here. We got 112 Lindy HLS. I don't know what that is. Hills? That sounds like all right. 341,000, 2.63% interest rate. Let's write this one down. 2.63% interest rate. Total monthly payment $2,170. Entry fee of $37,000. We got $37,000 right here. $27,000 split between the seller and $10,000 for the assignment fee. We got those details right from here. And then we got, this is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. $2,139 is the PITI that includes HOA. So I'm gonna come down here to my property taxes equals $2,139 minus the principal portion of the subto loan and the interest portion of the subto loan. Okay, so today we have a subject to deal. This means that we're taking over the payments on the underlying loan. We're not assuming it. We're not doing any of that. We're just simply taking over the payments. Now, when you're disclosed the total PITI, right, all we're trying to do today is figure out whether or not this deal is going to cash flow. Because I need to decide whether or not it's worth my time to send someone out there to get photos, send a contractor out there to get me a bid, or just analyze the deal even further, right? What if I just want to validate my rents? What if I want to go a little bit deeper? So today, for this property, let's go through the process on how to quickly vet out this deal. So we got $341,000 for the purchase price. For renovation, I'm gonna leave this as $5,000. I'm not even gonna go deep into it today. I want to quickly show you how quickly we can figure out whether this deal is worth our time. So for this property, it's in CIBOLO County. Let's go ahead and just do a quick search on this property. Let's see what we find. Redfin. Here we go. Looks pretty nice. Oh, good thing I only have $5,000 because this property does really look really nice. Just a little bit of carpet, not much to it. 4-bed, 2.5 bath. What county is this in? Let's see. Guadalupe County. And where is this spot? Where is this spot? What city is it? It's outside San Antonio. Okay. Near New Braunfels. Okay. I think I know where New Braunfels is. All right. So Guadalupe County. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Google HUD FMR. FMR stands for fair market rents, and I'm going here to figure out what the ceiling rents are for Section 8 specifically. I'm going to access small area FMRs. I'm going to look up FY 2024 FMRs. I'm going to pick the state, and now I'm going to pick the county, which is Guadalupe that we just talked about. And now I'm going to get by zip code, by bedroom count, 78108, 78108. The rent ceiling for a 4-bed is $3,310, 3310. That seems pretty good, right? 3310 for a 4-bed. All right. That was 78108. Let's write that one down. 78108. 78108. Okay. Now that I got my 3-bedroom 277, let's put that in there. 2770, 78108 again for the zip code. And I'm noting down all these numbers because my partners already know how to analyze deals. So this is going to help a lot. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look up my market rent. So when I go to affordablehousing.com, I'm going to go to the owner section, go to the market rent estimator, plug in the address and the bedroom count. And now you're going to get the market rent of roughly number that I care most about is this number on the bottom right. For 25 units within a half-mile radius, that's pretty compressed. For 4-bedroom homes, the average rent is $22.47. And this is going to be really, really important for you all to figure out, $22.47. Now, even though the small area for March is $33.10, that probably includes some utilities, right? But either way, that's really high when compared to the market rents I'm seeing, right? $21.94. And I'm going to believe this market rent because usually, obviously, things like single-family homes compared to condos or apartments going to rent out very differently, but you don't see that many 4-bedroom apartments. So I'm going to assume that most of these are single family homes. Now, the problem is you have to use the lower of the two. And why is that, right? You have to use 2247 compared to 3310, which is the rent ceiling. The reason you got to do that is because of the rent reasonableness test. Okay. I'm pulling up right now the Housing Choice Voucher Program Guidebook. HCV used to be known as Section 8. They rebranded from Section 8 to HCV, Housing Choice Vouchers, because of all the bad connotations that were associated with Section 8. But in Section 2.2 of this guidebook, you're going to see right here that it says in conducting rent reasonableness, the PHA or the Public Housing Authority must determine whether the rent to the owner is a reasonable rent in comparison to rent for other comparable unassisted units. This means that you can't charge more rent to someone simply because they are a voucher holder, right? For the obvious reasons. Obviously, the size unit type matters, but in this case, we're assuming that most of the market rent that we just saw in affordablehousing.com actually relates to single family homes. Now, when you go through that, right, what's a more reasonable rent? You can't charge more rent, right, just because they are Section 8. So you have to use $22.50, right, for your rent. Now, using $22.50, when you set aside your principal, let's see, what's my total payment amount? We can plug it in. What's my loan amount? The loan amount right here is $306,575. $306,575. I'm going to plug that right into that section right here. Standalone 2.63%, 10/31/21, just backing into 30 years from there. All right. So I got my expenses. I'm going to add extra $30 for insurance here in B29 because usually when you switch from a primary residence home to a investment property, there's usually going to be an increase in premium because people generally associate investment properties with a little bit more risk. So you're going to see an increase in insurance premiums. I got 10% for my maintenance. So that includes my maintenance for lawn maintenance, but it also includes me setting aside money every single month for things such as the roof replacement that's going to happen in 10, 15, 20 years. It's going to be the HVAC or the air conditioner that's going to go out in 10, 15 years. Doesn't matter. All this stuff is all included. Okay. So now that you got $225 in there, we got 10% for property management. We got 5% for vacancy. This property, if you rent it out at $22.50, right, you will be negative cash flow. It's $481. And the most important factor I want to talk about here is this, right? If you just went ahead and you concluded that I'm going to get, and we don't even care about a rehab here, right? Because it's relative turnkey, $5,000 is more than enough. If you thought you're going to get the rent ceiling of $33.10, right? Let's say you got $3 including utilities. You would be positive cash flow $81. If you did not know about the rent reasonableness test there, you probably might have overestimated your rent. And by that, you also overestimate your profitability. So in that scenario, you could be putting yourself in a very bad position if you did not know about a rent reasonableness test, right? So don't assume automatically when you look up a rent, that's automatically what you're going to get. You have to use a balance of the two. You have to use a lower of the two, especially if you're in Section 8, okay? So that's it. That's it for today. I really wanted to hammer home the rent reasonableness test because you have to understand where the risk is and where your blind spots are. And if you don't know about a rent reasonableness test, that's where you want to really educate yourself, okay? Now, do some places pay more than the market rent? Yeah, but it's the exception, not the rule. And so my goal for today is for you guys to get a copy of the spreadsheet, right? So if you guys are able to, and you guys want, and again, I didn't make the spreadsheet from scratch. I simply got it from a few folks. I modified it, and I tweaked it so that it can help me underwrite deals a lot faster. Go to affordablehousing.io, go to the Get Deal Analysis tool, put in your name, your email, your phone number. Promise I won't spam you. That's how you get your copy of the spreadsheet the fastest way. And from that point onwards, my hope is that you copy my homework, right? We've been going live for 304 days in a row. And my goal is for you to really get your practice in, get the reps in, build the confidence in yourself, because the only way you're going to feel comfortable to pull the trigger when the time comes is for you to get the reps in. So you look at the same deal I looked at today using the same spreadsheet. Just put on your own YouTube channel. Because if a partner ever asks you, hey, why do you think this is a deal? You can say, hey, I know this deal because look at my YouTube. I know this deal because I've been looking at deals every single day for the past 304 days. Might that give you some confidence that you know what you're doing? Might I give your partner a little bit more confidence that you know what you're doing? I certainly hope so. So I hope you all have an amazing Tuesday. I hope you all spend some quality time with your family and friends today because that is what life is all about. Hope you all have an amazing day. And I'll be seeing you all again tomorrow for day 305. We're so close to 365. So let's keep this going, all right? Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.